With every project I take on, my goal is to craft a feeling that others connect with and strive to embody. I believe pre-production is the most important step of the whole process. It's the foundation of the video. And whether you spend a lot of time on it or not, it will be reflected in the end result. I've winged many projects in the past, and some turned out great, but you're really rolling a die at that point. For me, pre-production involves the pitch deck, the script, the shot list, locations, models and wardrobe, and the budget. Recently, I've also been planning the entire video on the timeline with the shot list, music, and sometimes at this stage, I'll even add sound effects so I can get a better picture of how the video will play out. And occasionally, I'll add markers for the models and locations. This really helps speed up the whole process. In the storyboarding phase, I usually get inspired by locations, music, or stills from other movies or ads. I take bits and pieces from each and combine it with my own style to make a new look. I like to immerse myself in things related to the project, get away from the computer, throw on some music, and just brainstorm. I got this idea from the book Steal Like an Artist, where he talks about having 2 desks or spaces for your digital and analog. My analog space would be at a park or in a coffee shop where I get a lot of my creative ideas. And my digital space is just at the house where I do a lot of editing or computer work. Planning is a big process, but I found the more thorough you plan, the easier each stage becomes. You end up saving yourself time, money, storage space, and the whole process just becomes more enjoyable. So normally we set a date for the shoot, but with this project I've had to stay flexible because of the weather, but I did not account for the wind. My hair's been like all crazy all over the place because I styled it before coming and then it dried because of all the wind, and yeah, I think it worked out though. It's just me on this project, so it's very easy to stay flexible because the more people you work with, the more you have to coordinate. But there are definitely pros and cons to having a big crew or a small one. For example, when shooting solo, you pretty much can go anywhere discreetly and not need a permit. But there are some shots you just can't pull off by yourself and you need a bigger crew for. I feel like one of those news reporters that are sent out to unbearable locations. It's so cold out here. Okay, maybe down here's better, a little less windy. So today we have a super simple setup, just one camera, a 35mm lens, a tripod, and drone. I feel like everyone goes through that phase where they think they need every camera and lens on the market to make a good film, but you really can do a lot with just a little. I also didn't want to make things complicated since I'm the director, camera operator, and model on this project. For shooting, I capture the whole shot list, and then if there's any moments that stand out to me, I get those as well. With having a thorough shot list, the whole process becomes way more enjoyable. Out here, you don't have to guess of what kind of shots you need or want. By far, the worst feeling is when you get back and you're editing and you wish you would have gotten more shots or slightly different. With a thorough shot list, the chances of that happening goes down greatly. To be clear, I've not worked with Ralph Lauren yet. I just enjoy making spec ads. But this is the exact same process I use when working with other brands. So today, I'm wearing the shoes of a tailor, or should I say, the suit. I'm just getting the final shots of the video where I'm pretending to be a tailor, and I even got a mannequin just for these couple shots, which will probably only be like 2 or 3 seconds in the final video, but I think it's totally worth it. His name is Mr. Spiffy. He's pretty particular about his attire, just letting you know. It took like 3 or 4 weeks just for this to arrive, so, started to grow a little beard and just play into that role of a tailor even more. Actually, I don't even know if tailors have beards, but whatever. So something you have to keep your mind on really any project, but especially when focused on fashion, is the importance of choosing locations and sets that complement the outfits rather than detract from them. The location should enhance the overall look while keeping the spotlight on the clothing. This is particularly true with colors. Everything should be color coordinated to elevate the subject. Instead of the locations or props stealing the attention, they should work in harmony with the outfit, creating a visual symphony. I also really believe that trying to get your colors and lighting down in camera
and on set is much better than relying on color grading software to relight a shot or to pull out colors that didn't even exist on set. Your image is just going to look 10 times better if you get it right in camera rather than trying to fix it in post. The quality is just not the same. So, I'm at the last stage, the editing process. At this point, it's just like putting together a puzzle. You have all the pieces, you just have to figure out where they fit best without shoving them into place. I think one of the most important things when it comes to editing is getting a fresh perspective. So when you're done with the first revision, you send it over to a friend, preferably to someone that's in the industry that has a good eye. In my case, it's my brother. We send each other back and forth videos all the time, getting each other's opinions on them. And it really helps out because you can have a color grade that's like crazy and not even realize it because you're in the trenches, but the other person can be like, yo, this is kind of crazy. And then you can take a step back and realize the reality of your video. Oftentimes, it's just the person pointing out the obvious that you overlooked because you've been in the edit for so long. But I think it's really important to get that feedback. And if you're just starting out, getting another person's feedback on what you could do to improve next time is also a really good trick to get yourself going to the next level very fast. If you take away anything from this video, it's this. Get feedback when you're done editing your videos from a close friend or someone in the industry. My final thoughts on the video is it's alright. It's not my favorite. I definitely should have had more people helping me out, whether it be a model or another person helping with the camera. I think I was wearing too many hats, being the model and camera operator and director, all those things. I think is too many hats, but at the same time is a fun challenge. But next time I'm definitely have either a model or someone else operating the camera because there's so many other shots I could get with more people. If I was to do this video over again, I definitely would use more lenses. I thought the 35mm lens would be a great simple lens to use. I thought it'd make it easier because I was shooting and being the model at the same time. There's this one shot right here where everything looks flat, and I definitely should have been using like a 55 or an 85, something like that, and it would have looked a lot better. But because it's a 35, there's not a lot of separation going on and it just looks all flat. So I tried to make more separation in post with windows, but it still doesn't sell the same effect as a different lens would. That shot, and there's a couple others that I definitely should have used a different lens for. So pretty much every project I work on looks like this, whether it's for me or a company. Although if I was doing a video for a company, I'd probably have more revisions. But that's cool. I don't mind revisions. So that's it. If you want to see the video, it's right here. Hope you enjoy it. So last year I got this wall as a gift, and I just recently put film in it. The quintessence. Yeah, it's not of me. I feel like that'd be a little weird. Maybe. If you know what movie I'm talking about, let me know.